So this is a special episode of the podcast where we're going to be playing drunk chess. Wasn't my idea. He's an artist. It's his idea. So I want you to explain the rules before we get started.
All right. So I don't know how much of the connection has with art is like just being stupid.
No, I think it's because you're artsy and creative. So I have soda. If you want soda.
I see. Yeah.
I have some Coke Zero.
All right. So a little history. I started doing this sophomore year with my roommate, and we made some tweaks because that first game we blacked out. The original game, we blacked out halfway through the game. It really didn't last. So we woke up the next day like, who won? So the original game was each pawn was a shot, each piece was a shot and a half, and queen was 3 shots, and then it was 3 shots if you lost the game.
We'll move a little this way, move more towards me. There you go.
So since then, I've started paying attention to like drinking commercials. At the end, they say drink responsibly. So today, we're going to be doing a quarter shot for the pawns.
Okay.
Half a shot for any piece. That means rook, bishop, and knight. 2 shots for the queen.
2 shots for the queen?
And then 2 shots for the game. She's valuable, man.
She is valuable.
It's the 21st century. We're feminists. You gotta start treating these girls with respect.
Okay.
Right. So this is what.
So wait. Okay. So it's half 1, 2 for the king in the game. Queen in the game.
Quarter, half for the pieces.
Yeah.
2 for the queen. 2 for the game.
Got it.
So she's.
Wait, is this the rooks? These are the rooks?
Yeah, these are the rooks.
Ooh.
Right, check this out.
These look pretty cool.
Look at these boys. Show that to the fans out there.
Can
I don't know.
The light's like really bright, but yeah. I want to show the rook. This rook is very interesting. It's a cube with like flamethrowers on the side. Has a shield. Yeah, it's interesting.
All right, and then we have like some special guests today. My boy Jim, he's coming in all the way from Kentucky.
And Bacardi right here. It's not a name, but
keep it American. So we're gonna be measuring out with this beautiful.
My shot glass from freshman year of college.
If I don't make a mess. And then boom.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is just do me a favor. We're gonna put when we put it down, just put it on the floor or like on the side, because when we put it here, it's gonna make mad noise on the mic. All right, so you pour out half a shot right now?
That's a quarter shot.
That's a quarter shot. Okay.
That's a baby shot.
Okay, I'm gonna use this. Gentle. Baby shot. Alright, let's put it right there.
We're ready to go.
Alright. This is gonna progress very fast.
Yeah. So first of all, I gotta keep my man's
He just took his hat off.
Hat on.
Do you play with like pawns can move 2 forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
So generally as long as it's the first move, they can move 2 forward.
Yeah.
And then you know the rules of castling, right?
You can't move the castle at any point beforehand, or the king.
So it has to have the empty spaces between the king and the rook.
Yeah.
And you can't castle out of check. So if the king is in check, you can't try to save him with castle.
Sounds good. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna take their hats off. I'm gonna take their hats off.
Their hats are gonna come off every 5 seconds.
Oh my god. You know what? This isn't that practical.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Can I just
It's more aesthetic.
Yeah, put it over here. There you go.
I'm so used to playing chess for friends, and what I'll usually do is I'll take a day and a half to make a move. Because I suck.
I haven't played chess in a long time.
I feel like I have to make sure.
Also, I'm gonna have to be at the same time thinking of all the questions that I need to ask you through the podcast.
No, that's fine.
So I gotta be paying attention.
Hold on, let me get another cup with like soda so I could like sip and be.
You could actually, do I have another cup in here? I don't.
It's okay.
No, that's fine. I'll go grab 2 cups.
I'll be classy.
No, I'll go grab 2 cups. I'll be right back.
Is it getting paused? It's getting edited out.
No, I don't edit it out. Or if anything, I mean, it's not a big deal. Me telling you like all the time.
How's it going, fans?
There you go. Actually, yeah. Alright, so.
My body still feels like Jello.
From the yoga?
Absolutely.
I feel great.
Like
I just feel loose.
My ligaments are out of this world right now. It feels so good and so bad at the same time. Like my knees are just thanking me.
I feel like for everyone, there's a. It's your move.
I'm taking my time.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember which one is the bishop.
The one to the these ones are the bishops. The jokers are definitely the bishops. right? Yeah,
Yes.
because these are the knights. Knights are the horses, and they're actually knights in this one. What are mines? Mines are like sorcerers, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like for everyone when they do yoga, there's specific ones that they'll feel way more than others. Did I pour that in the? No, I didn't pour that in. Okay. Like there are specific kind of postures, or moving more out of that angle. Specific postures and stuff that like they need that for the issues that they have. Like for me, it was the one where you put your hands like this way. You're like laying on your palms with your palms down, and kind of like shimmying onto it. You know what I'm talking about? That one like opened up my elbows. It hurt a little, but like it opened up my elbows a lot, and that was really good. My elbows
just won't do it.
Yeah, you set that one out.
As soon as I come up to it, my elbows are just like, you know that this isn't happening. But I like the first half because I don't know, I have real posture problems. Like my ass just goes out way too far. So
yeah, I mean there's a lot that she mentioned. There's like this is not for everyone. If you have lower back issues, like don't do this one. So again, like it's everyone has certain things that they can and can't do with yoga.
One of the things that I really love about, like, I think when it comes to yoga, the biggest thing is the instructor.
Yeah.
Because every time I looked it up, it was like people get serious hip injuries, serious knee injuries, serious ankle
from
injuries,
yoga,
from bad form.
Yeah, but from just working out.
No, just from doing yoga.
Okay,
bad.
That's actually what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask, like, do you think it's common for people to actually get hurt while they're doing yoga? Because a lot of those moves are like they don't feel natural. Like you're pushing your body in a way that's different from any other way, and so, you're putting it in like kind of compromised positions.
I don't think it happens so much with hot yoga because most of those poses are really straightforward and they're good for just straightening out your back. True. And there are a lot of them I think is such a great strength workout just from having those static holds.
Yeah.
But when you're doing regular yoga or vinyasa, which is another type of hot yoga.
That's the one I do. I was thinking of the name. It's either Bikram or vinyasa, but I use the vinyasa one. It's from P90X.
Mm-hmm. So with the flow yoga when I went, this girl was, I don't know, more power to anyone who has a belief system, but I think when it comes to you being an instructor, I think it's really important that you like use facts.
Yeah, yeah.
So she was talking about how when your shoulders are scrunched forward all the time, this was the entire basis of the class, that you're promoting adrenal fatigue because this is a stress posture from having your shoulders forward. And there is absolutely no scientific evidence for it because
the instructor was saying this today?
Yeah, she was like, and adrenal fatigue is so bad. Think about it, you know, anytime something like really traumatic happens, like you're guarding, and you know when you're sitting like this all the time, especially for students.
That's scientifically inaccurate.
It didn't make sense.
You could just say like you're just sitting all the time like this, hunched over, and you get stuck like this. Like sometimes your posture just gets bad, your shoulders get rolled in. You know, if you do anything that's like. Also, I mean, I was talking to someone earlier today about this. Is that dude? Those hats are gonna keep coming off. Just let it happen. There's a study that showed people who worked out, comparative to people who didn't work out, they had like an 80% increase in front delt capability, whereas like only like a 50% increase in rear delt activation. So like most of the time you'll have more stress in the front, more tension, and that brings that roll forward posture in. Like a lot of people at the gym, you see it, they're like this. I mean, I had that problem for a while. I'm still working on posture, trying to fix it from all years of just doing bench press.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a little side plug, but I use Athlean all the time. Those YouTube videos.
Athlean next guy.
Yep.
What's his name?
I don't even know. John, Joseph.
I don't know, but he's actually really helpful. Yeah. He's kind of annoying, but again, he was actually a physical therapist. He worked with the Yankees for an extended period of time.
I didn't know that. I just knew that he was a physical therapist.
He worked with a couple of baseball teams. But he's actually really accomplished and accredited, so it's like he has knowledge behind everything he says, but at the same time, like he needs to produce clickbait because he's on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
What am I doing? Move this one forward. Okay. All right.
But yeah, so coming back to that instructor, she's a really sweet girl, very genuine, very down to earth, and obviously very involved. And like she believed every word she said. She said, we're gonna come here, and our practice is important. We have to be intent and committed. Same thing today. But she didn't take, and this is like a red flag for me, is if someone doesn't take the time to show you how to properly do a pose and is kind of just rushing from one to the other.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it right, your hips
anything.
are going to get destroyed.
Yeah, that too.
Not to mention not actually stretching out, which is supposed to be stretching out.
Because the slight differences is what makes the stretch. Like if you're doing, I forgot what it was called, the pose where you cross your arms and then you put your leg around the other one.
My own body doesn't do that.
But you know what I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about.
I give myself a nice little hug.
Yeah.
A little bit of like self-comfort, self-love.
Like for that one, it's like if you don't straighten out the leg that you're balancing on, then you're not getting the stretch on that hamstring. And you're kind of just sitting in like a somewhat of a squat and not really getting any stretch on anything. Like you have to focus on every little thing.
These are the knights.
No, those are the bishops.
I'll put money on it.
No, the knights are closest to the rooks.
Let me see. I'm the one who does this all the time. Nope. Oh shit.
Yeah,
fucking right. Shit. I'm not professional.
That's fine. Alright, so some of the things that I want to start getting going with, what I cover in the podcast, I don't know how many you've listened to, but I do education, kind of upbringing, like high school, college, and then what you're going for, passions, and all that stuff. So for you, like I know you from college, but I kind of want to go a little further back in like where you grew up for high school and stuff like that, and your decision to come to Sony.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because I've been thinking about it so much now that I've had the free time in post-grad, and like every part of my path has been almost entirely accidental.
Okay.
So I went to Saunders in Yonkers, and it's like a trade and technical school. Yeah, for high school. I was there for middle school too, but that's not really important to like my life. So, yeah, but I was a part of this technical program called Environmental Tech.
Okay.
So these were magnet programs. It was architecture, ECC, which was electronics, computer circuitry. There was CMM, which is basically construction. A bunch of these different programs. So the one that I was in was centered around. It was split. So half was chemistry. So sophomore year we picked and we went through these like introductions, and then half of junior year got split between chemistry and environmental tech.
Okay.
So this is where I started to get like introduced into like all these different, I guess, hippie topics of like ocean acidification, soil degradation, and everything. The first lab that we had to do in this class was a tree lab, and at the time it felt like the dumbest thing on the planet.
A tree lab? So what is a tree lab?
So what we did was, and Mr. Hall, this guy's name, amazing teacher. I've been dying to go back and just thank him. Seriously, for anybody listening, go back and thank your high school.
No, honestly, I will go back.
I don't even notice.
When I graduated from high school, I was like, I'm never gonna go back. Like I hated it. This was a dumb waste of my time. And then I went back and I talked to them. I was like, you guys like really, like you're dealing with someone who didn't want to learn anything, and you were somehow able to do it. And like teach kids all these things. At the same time, like I know a few of them who have given me a lot of life lessons. But I never realized it at the time.
Yeah. So the tree lab was this. It was the first 3 months of school every day because we had to do it before it got cold. So what ended up happening was we would have to go out every single day and we would measure the diameters of the trees. We would figure out what species they were based on the leaves, and we would just create this like map of this local park.
Oh, their bodies move.
Yeah, they get low, bro. They have limbo and everything. Yeah, it's a little sus, but
no, you dropped it.
Don't drop the stick, boys.
Okay, so you found out. So if to this day, if you find like a random leaf, will you be able to specify what type of tree this leaf is from?
Are you kidding me? I forgot as soon as I left the class.
It's a superpower.
As soon as it was over, it was all out of my head. But the guy, he was teaching us principles, which was. Did you just move?
Yeah, I moved this one.
After I did this.
No, yeah, after that one, and then you were just limboing your soldiers.
Okay, so.
Trees.
Yeah. But he was teaching us principles, and the idea was that we went through we figured out and we compared all of the data we had collected that year. That's a quarter shot, baby.
No, God damn it.
Now it gets dangerous. Pieces are moving. So we went back and we compared it, and what we found is that we were able to find out rates of growth compared to previous years migration of trees, because we were comparing data because he had been doing it for like 20 years. And you can actually, if you I forgot how he did it. We basically made this map of where the trees were and where the species were moving, which species were in decline, which species were spreading. And I think there was we had the Norway maple, which is invasive in the area, and over the course of
this is in Yonkers.
This is in Yonkers. So it was the Norway maple is just the one that comes to mind because we just hated it because every single tree was the Norway maple, so it just felt redundant. So step one, and this is the life lesson in science, is most of the stuff is tedious and redundant. So
that's a good lesson.
It was
pretty accurate. Yeah.
We did water quality testing with specs. We did, and this was in local water sources, so we checked reservoirs, we compared them to pools, we compared them to our tap water, So it was really involved. It was a cool process, and he also did his utmost to actually show us how to do science and appreciate it. And then I had no idea what I wanted to do with my future whatsoever. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I knew I was good at science, and somebody had just said, hey, why not be a PA? And I was like, sure, why not?
It's a physician's assistant, right?
Yeah, physician assistant. I was. We were talking to a college counselor, and she was like, why not be a PA? Because I definitely didn't want to be a doctor, because 4 years of school sounded dumb. For me.
Yeah.
Absolutely for me.
I mean, I talked to a lot of people that I've had on the show so far talking about med school. It's like, that's a commitment. That is a commitment and a half. It's like it's not like an undergraduate where you can go in an undergraduate and be kind of uncertain, and then, even if you come out of it with, maybe not exactly what you wanted, it's not the worst thing, because an undergraduate's more of like your first step to keep moving on. Whereas with med school, it's like you have to commit before you're undergraduate. You have to come into your undergraduate knowing, like, I need to put in the time to get the grades.
You just have to
get into
know.
med school.
I feel like if you don't know, and people say these things about weed out classes. I think weed out classes are real, man.
No, without a doubt.
If you took Orgo and you were like, this is too hard, you need to get the fuck out and do something else. If you took 203 here at Stony Brook and you were like, this is too hard,
you're not gonna make
it. You gotta get the fuck out. This is not for you, my friend. I mean, unless like you're really driven and like you can take that difficulty and use it to like further your mental fortitude, and that's your reaction, you're made for it. If you take these like difficult moments, and I'm not gonna like toot my own horn, but I was like sitting in the bathroom crying because I was taking Orgo 203, anatomy, and like 2 art classes at the same time. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? But I knew that if I had quit right then and there, then like whatever I was doing, I wasn't meant for it. And I feel like you just gotta be able to do that. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep stepping in the wrong direction.
At some point, you have to understand what you can and can't do, and just come to terms with it and find something else. Like, you have to keep the key is to just keep moving. I feel like a lot of people get stuck with like, oh, I'm bad at this. It's your go.
What'd you do?
I moved this one forward.
Why?
Dude, I told you I suck at chess. I'm also paying attention. I'm just trying to move things and see if I can make a general structure to what I'm doing.
That is the point of the game.
Yeah, a lot of people will commit to whatever they're doing and be like, it's just hard because I'm not putting in the hours, and they'll force themselves to do it. But at the same time, if you're forcing yourself to do it, how do you think you're going to be happy doing it later on? Who was it? Bill Burr. I was watching a stand-up recently, and he was bringing up a conversation on. He's like, most people, like, it's sad to say that at the end of a Friday they're so happy. They're so happy that 5 days of their week are gone. It's like, and then you have your 2 days, you're happy about those, and then you have 5 more. It's like, you can't live life like that.
I already feel like that right now. I'm just like, fuck, I can't wait to just get to nursing school and be doing shit that I like. I'm still interested in just being in the setting that I am. But before I get to that, so this lady said PA school, and I was like, okay, so awesome. What's a good PA school? She said Stony Brook, and I was like, dope. That's cheap. Sold.
Dope.
I think I applied to 5 schools. I applied to Harvard because I did this debate, and somebody was there that liked me. Bombed that interview. I went in, and I was just like, heritage is important. I didn't know shit about Harvard. I applied to Harvard, Albany, Northeastern, because they have a co-op program, which was like is a great selling point for anybody who can get in.
What's a co-op program?
It's at the starting junior year, you get into work programs, so they get you into jobs. It's like while you study, and you get actual hands-on experience.
That's crazy, dude. You like, I think and I say this a lot, is like that's a big distinction between a school like Stony Brook and like an Ivy League or like a very accredited college, is that when you're at a school like that, they are almost guaranteeing you start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like that transition from like the undergraduate to a career, it's like in place. Like they have a structure for you.
Which, not for nothing, Stony Brook has it too, if you like research.
Yeah, I agree.
Because so many of the people that I knew used like these upper division labs to build relationships with professors, and like I'll be walking down the halls to pick up my paycheck, and I see this a few people that I recognize from different math classes talking to Dr. Gerg, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my research grant proposal got accepted."
Damn,
and
that's
I was
awesome.
in 327 with this girl last semester, and she's killing it now.
Yeah.
I think.
It requires
you gotta find your niche in whatever it is that you're doing.
That's one. And
if you're an artist, don't come to Stony Brook. For sure.
No.
Yeah.
They were thinking of removing the entire art department for a while. I don't think they're going to now. I'm not sure what the decisive
really
thing is. Yeah.
That I think that the staff does an amazing job of what they have. Like the printmaking studios that we have at Stony Brook are phenomenal, and all the professors are phenomenal. They really teach you how to do it. But in terms of resources, it's limited. But
I mean, I think they wanted to cut it because a majority of the demand for those who come to campus, I think it's you, that come to campus, are going to either the psychology department, the economics department, or anything STEM related. And in terms of the arts department, it's kind of minimal how many people actually take part in it. Because I think they also want to get rid of like German classes, because there's like 10 people that take the German classes, and they're we can we sustain this? Like we need a professor that's on pay constantly for this class throughout the semester just for these 10 people.
And it does suck for those professors, because I think that everybody starts out thinking that they're doing something that they love.
Yeah.
Teachers, EMS, nurses, doctors. So many of the doctors that I work with just seem so exasperated with their job, and just like shitting on patients all day, like, oh, these fucking idiots, they come in, they're so jaded. And I think that's unfortunate, because I think that it shows that their motivations going in were wrong.
Yeah. The knight moves in an L, right?
Yes.
It's 2 forward,
and
1
it
to
can
the left
jump
or right.
over.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so I ended up at Stony Brook because it was cheap, and I thought I was going to be a PA. And I thought I was going to be a PA up until a year ago. So.
Which was your senior year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And, so I ended up at Stony Brook. It was nice and cheap. I've completely shit the bed my first 2 years. I had no idea what I was doing. Absolutely shit the bed. Didn't go to class.
Were you a determined major at that point?
No.
Okay.
I just picked my first major sophomore year, sociology, because it was easy. There was still no direction. I hadn't even looked up prerequisites for PA school. I was just like, I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
I was just dragging my feet, because I had no real motivation for it.
Okay.
I just had like a really faint direction. I was like, I could do healthcare. And that was just...
It was just like this kind of like blur. It was just like, oh, like it's there, like I'll grasp it eventually. It wasn't like a solidified kind of path that you wanted to take.
Yeah, I was mostly dancing on the edge of my capabilities. I was like, I'm not going to go into business because I'm terrible with money. I'm not going to actually do research because I do want to make money.
I was considering for a little bit earlier last semester going into neuroscience, so working with neural networks, and with neural networks, they started using machine learning and coding and mathematics for the analytics to try to figure out how neurons function. So like trying to create kind of explanatory programs that would mimic how a neural network would work. And then I started looking into it, and it would be like mainly research. I wouldn't get paid for a long time. And I asked them, the head of the department, I was like, what are the options after I did the research and actually worked like for my master's in neuroscience? He's like, you would get a job in like machine learning. And I was like, you could get a job in machine learning without doing all the research part. He's like, yeah. And I was like, alright, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my friend's doing now. My friend's learning Python by himself. He's working on these machine learning programs that track trends in the stock market. And he says, I could just use this skill to make money without any real background knowledge or any formal education.
Yeah, but I think it takes, because I'm in a class right now that's for coding. It's Python and R. Dude, I can't code. Like, I've come to terms I'll never learn how to code. I can't do it. I think you need to be a very specific type of person to be able to put yourself to that and learn, because it takes a lot of patience. And I don't think it's for everyone. And that goes back to what we were saying, where it's like some people will try to force it, I don't think you can force certain things.
Yeah, for sure, no. I think I was forcing PA for a long time. I didn't actually start to kick it into gear until sophomore year when I made like...
Oh, I broke his shield off.
Damn, son. Stay protected. Protect yourself. But yeah, I didn't really start to get any definite direction until like sophomore year when I really fucked up in the fall semester.
Like your grades went down, you just like really like took your time to think about it, and it's like,
I wish it was that simple. No, I got a DUI.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, was it the time we went into the bush?
Yeah, I went into the bush. Funny story now. In retrospect, hilarious. And I'm just like, every time I think about the police report, I'm like, of course you would.
Can we please go over that? Because I forgot all the details. But
yeah. So, I'm a better person now. That's
okay.
like, I don't do these things now. I'm not this person anymore. But it was very me. So, I went to my friend's for her birthday. We drank way too much, and I was supposed to stay there, but when you're blacked out, and again, when you're blacked out, decisions are not yours anymore.
Right.
Drunky was in control,
yeah.
and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing at all. He is just doing shit. I was like, I gotta leave.
I gotta go right now.
I'm leaving.
Don't try to stop me.
Like, oh, wait, what are you doing? Where are you going? I was like, I just gotta go. And I had just gotten my car a week earlier.
Okay.
I had this thing for 5 days. So I left with one of my friends who was like, yeah, I'm going to head out too. So we're walking. And he thinks I'm walking, but at some point I go back to my car.
Was that them realizing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I drive on the wrong side of the road with my lights off. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I make it all the way to the parking lot. I'm not a religious person, but the fact that nothing wrong happened is the closest I've ever come to believing in God. And I did become religious for a year afterwards.
Damn.
Yeah. So it was not just a skirt with death for myself. It was just like the next day I was just like, that was just, I've never felt guilt like that before in my life, just because of the chance that I could have hurt someone. And there's no excuse for it. You could always say, oh, I was drunk. But like, you made the decision to get drunk at the end of the day. So I think that people...
they try to discount.
People dodge bullets left and right.
Yeah.
They think they're like, oh yeah, I can't believe I got home that night. And it's like, one day you're not.
Yeah.
And one day someone else isn't because of you.
Yeah.
And that was like, that sat on my chest for a long time. And it really made me take a deep look in the mirror. And I was like...
You understand, you had a better understanding of like the fragility of life on not just your end, but like other ends. Like everyone around you is another person.
And
just made you think.
And I think you always have to consider when someone else is in front of you, is they aren't just like a moment in your life. They're like a sum of events from their birth to the moment they step in front of you. And if you make one stupid ass decision, that entire series, like all the love that family poured into that person, all the achievements that they've made, even if they're not a saint, like that's still a set of memories that you just snuffed out because you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
And that was almost me. And it weighed heavy on my brain. But the funnier part about the story is, I'm coming back to the light end, is I made it back to the parking lot, I crashed into the bush, and I'm still hitting the gas.
Why is it going?
Yeah. So the cops come up to the window, knock on the glass. I roll down the window and I say, "Fuck off! You're trying to park my car." They get me out of the car. And again, I'm not proud of this, but it is funny. So then, as they're like dragging me away, making me do all the breathalyzer and shit, I'm like, "You guys are fucking pigs. Fuck the ops. Y'all are dirty. Oink, oink, oink. I smell bacon."
Was it all in the police report?
All of it written. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could imagine that somebody had to type it out.
Oink, oink, oink.
It's like, "Fuck the pigs." End quote. Oink, oink, oink. I smell bacon. End quote. Yeah, so that's who I was. Funny in retrospect, but still not my shining moment. So I came out of that.
So this was your sophomore year of college, right?
I gotta make sure that you can't kill me with something. Oh, okay.
This game's gonna take forever.
Oh.
Unless I get you out of nowhere. Oh, chill. Is that check?
It is.
Oh, you cock. I got serious for a second. We can't talk when I'm in check. I can't talk. I gotta get.
No, check's serious, bro.
Right.
You can't fuck around.
That's a half shot for you.
Yes, that is. So just pour yourself one too while we're at it.
Yeah. All right. So that's a quarter for me, half for you.
No, it's half and half.
That's half. Oh, it's a bishop. Right. You're right.
Dang. All right. So long story short, at the end of that entire situation, I took a long, hard look at myself, and I said, man, you know, your family has worked too hard to get you this far in life, and look at how hard they're working now to get you out of this mess. You have to make it worth it.
So did you get arrested?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So how long did they have you? This is your shot. Which one's your glass?
I was in for. I didn't even actually stay in jail because I'm a diabetic, which.
So they can't keep you there? Wait, what?
Yeah, they didn't have the medical clearance to keep me.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they just let me go home.
So how'd you get home?
Interesting.
How'd you get home?
I made my aunt drive me.
God damn.
Oh, sweet Jesus. But yeah. So I went through a long religious phase for a year after that. I was really heavy into Bible. I went to a Church of Christ, and I was like, you know, I really cleaned up my act.
So how did that? This is important. Like, how did that affect your relationship with your family and stuff? Like, how did?
Oh, dude.
Because that had to have been brutal, especially coming from like an immigrant family.
Well, my mom is Puerto Rican, so she was raised here her whole life. But she raised me by herself.
Okay.
So she took on the complete financial burden of getting me out of the situation. So the lawyer fees, the tickets, which was a lot of tickets. I didn't have a seatbelt on.
Bad?
I was driving with the lights off.
Damn.
I didn't even have my license on me. I was a dickhead. So she took on the full financial burden.
Did I know you at this point? I think I did.
Yeah, because not yet. That's his next year. I didn't start working at Dunkin' until the next year.
Okay.
But so she took on the full financial burden. And she just looked at me and she said, I can't believe this. And
that guilt hits you.
I can't believe this. And she...
It's not like they're mad.
Yeah, she said, we're going to get out of this and we're going to fix this. But you have some serious work to do. And I felt all of the weight of everything that she had done for me my entire life. And I was like, I got to stop playing. So I picked up a second major, picked up a minor, started acing all my classes. I really fucking... buckled down. And I'm not a smart person. I don't think I'm like some type of genius. I'm not Kobe out here getting 4.0s and shit. Like I did a lot of hard work, and I'm not to gas myself up, but just because
I mean, I think
that it's possible for people to find the determination to pull themselves out of really shitty circumstances.
It's it's input versus output. You're gonna get however much you put in. You know, and I have so many semesters where I did really bad, and I can't blame anyone but myself. Yeah. Like, that was on me. Because I also have semesters where I've done very well, and those are semesters that I know I put in a lot of work. Where am I going to go? God damn it.
But at this point, I was still full PA, but I was like, you know what? Even if this isn't what I want to do, this is what I'm like. I'm not sure if I want to do this. I know I could, but I'm not sure if I want to.
Okay.
But I have to keep acting like this is going to be the thing that I'm going to do.
Just to have like a goal to work towards.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that lasted until last year.
Okay.
So I did all the prerequisites, but I got no clinical hours just because I was working so hard to fix all my mistakes for the first 2 years.
How bad were the ticket, like the overall amount that you got charged for the tickets and the?
Oh wow! The tickets themselves.
Being in a bush, and did you get in trouble for cursing at the? Can you get a ticket for cursing? Like a profanity?
They actually didn't give me the ticket for that.
Because that is a ticket, right? You can get a ticket.
Oh
for
yeah,
that.
public disturbance.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the name of it was because I didn't get it. Thankfully, dude, the cops were so nice the next day. Shout out to them. They were like, "Oh, the car's okay." And I'm like, "Bitch, your car." What you mean? Why am I handcuffed to a hospital bed? What's going on here? What happened?
What happened?
What's the story? And he goes, "Wow, you're a lot different when you're sober." And I was like, "Well, yes, but what happened?" He goes,
So did you remember anything while you were in?
Nothing.
Okay, so you were just
Absolutely.
So you were handcuffed to a hospital bed, and you woke up. You're just like, what
it
the
felt
fuck?
like
What's going
the
on?
beginning of a movie when you're just like lying back and you're just like, God damn it.
Oh.
What is this? Oh, the other one too. Am I a danger to somebody? Like, what is going on? Am I going to run somewhere? Did I kill someone? Did I fight somebody? And then when they said the car was okay, I was like, God damn it. I'm like, fuck. And I was like
That's
devastated.
surprising that the car was fine.
Yeah, the car was A-okay. There's a few branches and some scratches on the paint, but in general, did okay. Did better than me. My spirits were all discombobulated.
Did you get injured? You didn't get injured from it.
No, I was
right?
fine.
Okay.
It was like probably like a soft turn. I was didn't know what to do after that. Cause like in reality, I think to myself like again, this is all hindsight. I'm thinking to myself, if I had just parked and just gone to sleep, shit would have been A-okay. But I'm not the type of person who says everything happens for a reason. But I will administer a post reason to this entire set of events that I became a much better person. So it fixed me. It fixed me, and now like I think I can see people who are going in the wrong direction. I have a little authority to be like, listen, man, it's not just you on the line at any point in time. So even if you don't give a fuck about yourself, which a lot of people don't, and I do like all the empathy in the world, but like your mistakes are just. There's 7.5 billion people on this planet. You are very close to a lot of them. So they're all in proximity. Like anything that you do can affect somebody else. But you know, now things are different. So I can. Did you move?
No, yeah, I did. I moved my knife. I've been waiting for you.
Why is he
paying
there,
attention,
bro?
I moved my knife from here. No, from here to here.
You're making smart decisions now.
I'm not making. I don't know what I'm doing.
You accidentally made a smart decision.
All right, cool. Dude, I put my pawns in like the weirdest locations. I don't know what to do with them now.
This is like claustrophobic.
Yeah, it really.
This entire
honestly,
situation.
It's the hats. The hats make them look a lot bigger than they are.
Everything is hiding under the hats. It's like shiny. I think
we're also under hats. I just.
There's a little glare going on here. But yeah, man, I made some really shitty mistakes. But in general, you know, you learn from them or you keep fucking up.
Yeah.
And if you keep fucking up, damn. Damn, what the fuck is you doing? Oh no, baby, get it together.
I mean, I think there are a lot of people out there who are like in their mid-20s and like they're still trying to figure it out. But at some point, you have to sit down with yourself and just kind of have like a one-to-one with yourself and like just yell at yourself and you understand like what you're doing, like really objectively try to figure out what you're doing. But it's really difficult to do.
Yeah, man. And that being said, like I still feel very lost on a lot of things.
That's your. Oh, you moved your night. Okay.
Yeah, I moved the night.
Okay.
Like I still feel lost.
How come your king is so much cooler than my king?
Why?
Your king has like. Dude, your king got a. I got a what? I got a magician.
Your boy got a beard.
Oh, he does have a beard.
Can't deny that, man.
Yeah, but you.
I've been working on this beard for so long.
Really?
And it just refuses.
No, it's not bad.
It's like it's getting in there. I'm about to start taking prenatal pills and
take beard oil. One of my friends, I had him on a couple podcasts ago. He's Punjabi. He never shaved, so it's just different. But his beard's up to like here now, and he said it was here at one point.
He donate that. I'll take it.
It was here. He took beard oil and went to here. It's wild. His beard.
See, my goal is eventually when I get enough money that shit doesn't matter anymore. I'm gonna grow all my hair out again. I'm gonna get the man bun and the man braids back. I'm gonna get the really long beard.
You get the man bun. I feel like man bun is too much maintenance. Oh, I took his helmet off.
I'm gonna get the man braid.
You gonna go full hipster? Is that what
I'm gonna go full hipster. I'm gonna move to a Buddhist monastery. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna look great in those fucking robes. I don't know if you know System of a Down, but the guy had the two braids going down his beard. For some reason, I've just been fascinated with it for such a long time. I'm just like, yo, this is awesome. How'd you come up with that, bro?
Actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna commit to that. I'm gonna commit to that. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like me right now, like my hair is really long, and it's almost long enough to like put it in the back, like actually tie it in the back. But my hairline's not the best for that, so I can't. Your boy got the receding hairline.
Son, you gotta. You know what I used to do in middle school? We used to make prank calls to Bosley.
To Bosley? Oh, okay.
Bosley, make prank calls to Bosley. Hey, man, I don't have any hair on my balls yet. Is there something we could do about this? Excuse me, sir, we understand that this is a prank call. No, you fucking don't. My shit's gotta have goods. It's gotta have aesthetics. There's gotta be something appealing about it. You ever seen bald balls? Not the best. Not the best. And this is what we did when we were kids.
What do kids do now?
Fortnite.
Yo, I play OD. Don't even. I play OD Fortnite.
I'm so bad. I really suck. Every time I'm like on a squad, I'm just like, guys,
Is your pawn? Your pawn?
That's a pawn, man.
Yeah, okay. Getting rid of this pawn right here. Go ahead, take my pawn. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, quarter shot for quarter shot. Is that what we're doing?
Is that what you're doing?
Is that the game we're playing?
Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, I don't know what kids do, man. Kids like, I don't know if this is because I'm getting old, but kids scare the fuck out of me.
I think kids in general are evil, anyways.
Chase.
When it comes to kids, I think no matter what generation it is, kids will be to one extent of evil. Because they don't have their bearings. You know what I mean? They haven't really understood what's okay and not okay.
I think, again, I've been thinking about this so much more lately. And like, how much of what happened when I was a little young Chris, wandering the world, trying to figure out, you know, I was a tyke, just figuring it out as I went along. Is that a horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
A knight, my good sir. God damn it, there you go.
I don't know how they don't have a horse with this, man.
Because, yeah, the knight is usually a horse.
I was a little disappointed when there wasn't a fucking horse.
I mean, yours are jokers, which makes me less sense.
I gotta make sure this is a good idea. It is a good idea. You're in check.
Oh, you're in check. Okay. You said I can't castle when I'm in check, right?
Not at all.
Not at all. Alright, calm down. I'm gonna have to move him. I don't have any other option.
See, I keep telling myself I'm gonna get really good at chess, but every time I start reading the books, and
you read books on chess? What?
But that doesn't last very long.
Okay.
I'm
gonna what to say.
Put that in there right now.
What did you just kill? You killed a pawn?
Yeah, it was a pawn.
Right,
Little baby quarter shot.
Baby quarter shot. My cousin actually, well, not cousin, my uncle.
Poor half.
He went to Brooklyn Tech, and he actually won like a lot. He had like an entire shelf or showcase, right? Like the glass show. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He has one of those like fold of like trophies like up to this height of like chess tournament wins. He was filthy
awesome,
at chess.
though.
Yeah, he was
That's
filthy at chess.
Awesome. I mean, because I don't know if you've ever seen this movie Fresh. Such a sick movie. The whole premise of the movie was that it was based on speed chess. You know, you ever seen people play it in like Bryant Park?
Yeah, but what, like the timer
clocks,
on the side? Yeah.
So you're just like lightning fast. You have to be able to recognize not just a move, but an entire set of moves that are accompanied by it, like Queen's Gambit, open, accepted. Oh, fuck.
You were the one that ate the pawns.
Damn, son.
Which way does this even go? Oh, okay, it goes this way.
I don't know, man.
That's a half shot for you.
That is a half shot. Oh, I was so bold. I was feeling so cocky about it, too. Yeah.
Chess is a
life lesson.
Long
Don't get cocky.
Side notes.
Side notes. Don't do that. See? This is what life lessons come in hidden moments and in mundane.
That's actually probably his favorite part. We had this conversation with him yesterday. His favorite part of movies are like quotes that he can get from movies.
I love Tarantino quotes.
They're interesting. You know, he's making a crap. What's the movie? He's making a movie.
It's gonna be about the Manson murder.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. He's making a movie on the Manson murders.
I made my mom watch The Hateful Eight. She was so lost. I get my mom to watch really fucked up shit. I made her watch that movie Babadook the other day. I told her it was a comedy before I took her to see it. I was like, it's about clowns. It's about a bunch of kids who get bullied by a clown, and then they end up like, you know, turning around and beating him up. It's hilarious. You'll love it. It's based on a book. And she's like, oh, okay. She hates scary movies.
She smacked you during the movie. She's just like, Chris, why did you do this to me?
She did hit me on the back. It was hilarious. But then, like, she started to feel good about quarter of the way through because the girl next to her was more scared.
Okay.
Which is, like, another life lesson. You know, perspective is everything.
So many life lessons.
Yeah, she's just like, you know, I don't feel so bad anymore because she looks like she's killing her husband.
Just like grabbing him, just like, oh my God.
She was like yoking the dude out. Like, don't ever fucking take me to these movies again.
I don't know. For me, it's a scary movie's either very scary or I'm just laughing throughout it. There's no middle ground. I feel like I think it's difficult to make a good scary movie. That's why Stranger Things I think caught on to so many people because it wasn't like innately scary, but it was like it had
it was just really fucking cool.
Yeah,
that's the way I just thought it was such a cool fucking thing.
It was very vintage.
Yeah.
It has like old school vibes to it, and just the way it was set up, it was there was constant like energy behind the scary scenes. You weren't scared, but you were like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, like, is this gonna happen? Like, whoa, like, what was that? Like, what just happened?
It was a really nice homage.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. I don't speak French.
What did you move? You move that. Okay.
Yes.
Like, going for my. Calm down.
Bro, I'm such a calm person. I feel like I get these accusations all the time.
All right, I got this. Check.
Why would you do this?
Because that's not a pawn. That's a
How
knight.
does this? I just want to make sure
You can't do anything with that knight.
that you don't know what you just did.
Oh wait. I can't take that. I can't say. I'm stupid.
It's okay. Yeah, look at my shorty moving forward. Go ahead, girl. Move that ass. Get it going. Show the weight. But now, like, the greatest thing about this is the nervousness concerning the queen.
Oh yeah, she's out and about now.
Yeah.
She's out and about
now that she's moving, I'm like, that's 2 shots just walking across.
Oh, she's
Doing shit. Yeah, she's not even like, get your shit together, girl. You're all fucked up.
What were we saying?
Forgot.
Homage. We're talking about French.
Yeah, so Stranger Things. No, it's a good homage to it. Like,
It was different. I think it was very different from any other shows that have come out recently, and that's why there was such a big following so quickly.
For sure. Yeah, man, I just think it's really awesome when people can get away with, like...
Damn, I'm losing.
I don't know. There's a lot of dead bodies over here.
I think most of them are mine.
I do have a few, though.
This one's
What's
also...
that,
This
4 to 5?
No, you got 3.
Oh, well, now when you do
got
that...
6? I got 3. Alright. I have to start paying attention here.
It's going to be a long night for you.
Yeah, I was looking slow.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got. We got options. It's just, I don't like... Now the queen's got my attention. It's like I'm so bothered by it. Let's see.
Did you eat my other knight? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Getting knights off the fucking
My
board.
bishops are gone too. Oh my god. That's not looking good. I can't move this boy.
Nah, some boys gotta be steady.
Wait, wasn't it my move? Wait, did you just move that?
Yeah. Was it your move?
No, I think it was my move.
Oh, so go.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, now I just gave you a tell. Well, do something. You gotta use these mistakes when they come your way. Oh, man, 20s are weird. That's for sure.
Which ones?
You're tackling a hard topic with this.
What?
20s?
What do you mean 20s?
Some people are really fucking up in their 20s.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to start this, was because, like, there's so much... I'm going to put this... Oh, no. I can't do that. You're queen. God damn it. I'm moving this boy back. He's out. He's not having it. Well, he was here. I can go here or here.
Okay.
I'm about to go here. Okay, that makes sense.
Ooh, that's good.
That's
You're
good
gonna force me to do some shit.
Yeah, I'm going to force you to do some shit.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, dude, in your 20s, there's so much, like... There are a lot of people that think, like, your 20s are your best age. It's like, oh, like, you're 21, you get to drink, you know, you get to party, you get to do this and that. But it's like, you're either going to be one of those people who has... And this isn't a dichotomy. It's both sides, but then also everything in the middle. So you're either going to be partying and doing, like, all this fun stuff and, like, enjoying your youth, or you're going to be stressed and, like, putting in the work so you can make it when you're in your mid-20s.
You know what's crazy? The effect of, like, fast food restaurants on society. Because Taco Bell got everybody fucked up right now with this ¿Por qué no los dos? Because now, like, I want to have my cake and eat it too, with all circumstances. Oh, you can still, like, get drunk and go to work the next day. You know, it's like, not me personally, again, I don't do these things.
He doesn't do these things.
I'm reformed. Yeah, but you know, like, it's just that idea. It's like, oh, you know, you can't do this, that, and the other thing is like, ¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a lie.
Yeah.
But it's such a sweet, ambitious lie. Like, that's a really nice lie. I'll take that lie over most truths, if you ask me. Because, like, it makes you, like, hungry. And I think hunger is really important. Because, like, you're definitely going to fail if you don't, you know,
have to have
shoot
something
for the
that
rafters.
Like, I think the word hunger is the perfect word for it. Because when you're hungry, like actually hungry, like you have an appetite, you want it. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, like I'm thinking about food. All I can think about is that, like that thing that I can
it's like drive. Just
the drive. And it applies so much, like if you want to get something, like the ambition, the push that you have behind whatever you want to go for. And it's difficult to find that thing just because there's so many options out there. And when you're in your 20s, I think you start consciously realizing how many things there are out there.
I have about 4 panic attacks a week over it. I swear, I'm not even joking. I'm just like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, there's so many things I could do today. I can go to the gym. I can go rock climbing. I can stay home and draw. I can learn some Spanish. I can practice calligraphy. And I'm like, but damn.
Do you do calligraphy?
I tried. I don't have the patience.
I want to get into calligraphy.
It's really cool, but I have nobody to write letters to. Everybody sucks. All my pen pals lie. It could be a me thing. But then you have to have that, like, there's that deep anxiety because you're like, fuck, but any one of those things that I choose means I'm not doing the other thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's all about a balance. You have to find the things that you find priority and the things that you don't find priority. And I have this conversation all the time where there are a lot of things that I don't like doing, that I don't enjoy doing, and people my age enjoy doing. Like, I don't like going to a bar. I was at a bar yesterday, and I told you this. Like, I it was for someone's birthday, and I went there, but I didn't like being there. It wasn't my vibe. But I'm drinking right now because, like, it's just funny content to me. You know what I mean? It's like, there's certain things that just matter more to me, and I'd rather put my energy to that. And I think, again, you can't compare yourself to others and then judge what has weight to you, because then their priorities aren't going to be your priorities.
100%.
And then your entire balance will get skewed to whatever they're doing instead of what you want.
It's my move, right?
Yeah.
No, 100%. You're in check.
Castling? I'm in check? Yeah. Oh my god.
So, I knew I wasn't going to like bars as soon as I went to my first bar to get a drink, and I'm like, eye level. Oh man, it's like I'm like a cartoon character. I'm like, excuse me, sir, one bag, please.
No, dude, honestly, and this is like no offense to you, but like being short just is
it's not a wave. It is not a wave at all. I'm like working on my posture for this thing, so I get like 2 extra inches. I'm like,
is that why you've been doing yoga?
Yes. Yes, I'm doing yoga. I'm doing all of these like modified lunges. I'm doing these like thoracic exercises. I'm like, I can fix at least a little bit of this, and it works.
Oh my god!
You know?
No, it definitely helps. When you're slouched over like this, you lose at least an inch.
Yeah.
But yeah, at a bar, it's like if you're the tallest person, you're gonna get most of the attention.
Yeah.
And it's really messed up because, like, girls will always say it's like, oh, like, you know, guys they only care about appearances and this and that. It's like, girl, like, if a guy is under 5'10", you're saying no.
I think anybody who's like, oh, you're so shallow, I'm like, not for nothing, but I see you first.
Yeah.
You know, and like, if you don't get like a taste for a person before like you actually like talk to them, you're already like, you lost. Yeah. You know, not in the sense that like I think, oh, you know, I'm fucked because of X and X, but I do. Wow.
I don't know. I think the light just auto shut off. Yeah, it's fine.
So. Yeah, man, it's weird, cause like, but I think, at least in my own mind, that just motivates me to do other things. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I'm like, all right, so I'm obviously not gonna get a fucking shallow individual, all right? So let me focus.
I feel like the bar is full of shallow individuals, and that's like one of the.
Sometimes it is.
I'm not saying it's everyone, because I was talking to Jordan about this yesterday, and she was telling me, she's like, you know, like I go with my friends, and you know, I don't say it like, you know, like that's not me, and I'm like, yeah, it's very true. But I think for most people, and like a lot of the people that go there, it's like most of the chicks I saw there, like the appearances they had, like you wouldn't walk around day to day like that. Like you're going there because you want to look good, you want to hook up with someone, or you want, especially for people our age, it's like you know you're there for ulterior motives.
For a little something.
Yeah, for a little something, you know.
Like for a little something. I mean, maybe you're not thinking like, you know, tonight I'm gonna go out and get fucked, but like you might be thinking like, you know, maybe I might entertain an opportunity if it just so happens to arise. I mean, that just makes sense in terms of fuck.
Bro, like,
wow.
What do you think I was gonna do?
Wow. God damn.
You're a bishop moving diagonally. There's only one other thing diagonally from that.
I just did not see the queen there.
She had a cape and everything. You should have known. No, both our queens are out now. Girls are out. It's girls' night.
Shit, bitches is playing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. For all the females out there.
No, I think a majority of those who listen are males. But I don't think girls.
Oh,
care
then like
about
you
what
know,
I'm doing.
bitches. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Do you know those kinds of people that like change their stance depending on who's around?
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite given what I just said, but those people make me sick.
Because actually, we could get into that. Is I talked to you a couple times about this, like how you consider yourself a feminist.
Yes.
So like I would love to get into that because I think most people have this like negative connotation to if you're a feminist, where it's like, oh, like you're either gonna be a white knight or like a girl that just like thinks she needs to be overpowered. You know what I mean?
I think I'm a very like centrist feminist. I think that a female should be able to leave her house or even walk home from work without feeling threatened every second of the day.
Right.
Granted, like that's just what guys do, but I think that just happens to be how we're socialized to behave. Like that's just what we see.
That's
and
one, and two, like I don't think that'll ever happen, and not because I don't think like we can have a society where people don't have negative things happening. Is that biologically speaking, like women are always gonna have to be in a sense scared. And I'm not saying, I'm gonna look at the camera for this, I'm not saying that like men should be in a position where they're, you know, holding that, but biologically speaking, women are weaker than, or you know, most of the time are gonna be weaker than like 70% of the population.
I was about to fuck up.
Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, there's natural risk in terms of, I think that some feminists that like are out here saying, oh, men and women are completely equal, there are no differences. I'm like, I don't bleed once a month. I don't have hormone imbalances, which like not for every female does that make them agitated or moody, and that kind of stigma
it exists.
is backwards. But it does happen. There's certain things that happen to females that don't happen to men. There's certain things that happen to men that don't happen to females.
Yeah, right.
There's like actual psychological differences in terms of attention span and focus, and that's just been studied. And like you could say the entire system of science is a part of the patriarchy. I'm like, maybe at one point we got over that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like so many people have paved the way for like real objective science on these topics, and that's just what it is. I think that women deserve the same opportunities in work where that work is neutral. Like obviously, like we both listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. In terms of fighting, dude, you can't switch and then fight females. Like, that don't make no sense. And I am 100% for trans rights. I don't like. There's certain things that like, if we use our, and I don't even want to say common sense because I think it's kind of like a derogatory term.
Because I think common sense
it assumes that the person is ignorant.
Yeah.
Which they might be, but
common sense is relative, I think.
But it's a hard no, not yet. I'm still trying to decide on the best thing to do. But in general, it's a really hard stance to take for the simple fact that like, there's so many people out there claiming they're feminists or touting feminism, and it's a very fragmented movement. That's the truth. Like you can't even, people are like, oh, Sojourner Truth, white feminism, it discludes black women. Like, fuck, you're right. That's true, the history of it. But are you still gonna sit here and like deride people who are promoting the advancement of women because of like the actual like, I don't think, alright, so this comes, I use like the music thing all the time. Like, you like an artist, right? They do some shitty things.
Okay.
Their music is amazing. Do you separate the artist from the music? I think in some cases, yes.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, easily.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown is amazing.
Chris Brown's talent far exceeds
Michael Jackson.
anything he's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and another one's like comedians like Louis C.K. Like, I don't think you should discredit everything he's ever done because of what, you know, this one horrible act. Like, and I agree, like what he did was like not great. He shouldn't have done it. It was weird. I don't understand it. But at the same time, you can't discredit everything he's done because of this. You need to understand all the problems and weigh them correctly.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what you were saying with like biology. It's like, if you off the bat kind of just, you know, put no value to these statements that are true, then you're coming at it with the wrong attitude. You're coming at it from a viewpoint that's already skewed to your position, to your standpoint.
And it's rough. It's really hard because everything is so nuanced now. Because like, dude, there's like this girl who is out here trying to say that Bruno Mars takes advantage of his racial ambiguity to culturally appropriate, and I'm like, you what?
I've never heard that. That's a
dust. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you even saying that? Like, because like that's somebody who's light skinned and he participates in hip hop and R&B and all these different kinds of music, and he just so happens to be light skinned.
Right.
you know.
But I don't think that
he
should
pays
matter.
homage wherever possible.
Right.
So like he pays respect to the culture that he contributes.
And that's like the thing with Post Malone. I don't know if you saw an interview that Post Malone had with Charlamagne the God when he was on his show. Where he was just like,
I didn't.
He goes, it's like, oh, like, how do you feel about, you know, stealing like black culture, or, you know, kind of stealing like, you know, what we do? And Post Malone's like, I just like making good music. That's all I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to steal anything. And like, I am a firm advocate, believer, and supporter of, you know, this type of music, and I just wanna produce this music. It's like, he shouldn't not be able to do it just because he's not a certain color.
The difference, in my opinion, between somebody like Bruno Mars and somebody like Post Malone is that somebody like Post Malone refuses to pay homage. Like, and not even refuses, it's like he neglects to. Like, he was like, oh, you know, hip-hop, I don't listen to hip-hop when, or like, lyrically, it's not as substantial. And I'm like, whoa, man, have you listened to Biggie's albums, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, yeah, he talked about touting guns, but like, he brought up suicide, he brought up coming out of the projects, he brought up betrayal and loyalty and all these, like,
but then there's
ridiculous topics.
Then there's people like DMX.
Oh, man, DMX, poor DMX, man. DMX is fucked up. He's got.
I don't think that many people know that Where the Hood At is about. Like, if you really pay attention to the lyrics, he is really against gay people. He's very against the gay community in that song.
Hip hop does hate gay people. I think that who was it that actually made that song? It was like, if I was gay, Macklemore. He had a point. He really did.
Am I putting this here?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, let me say. Alright, I'm putting my boy right here.
I don't know, man. In terms of like...
Oh, wait, no, I'm not putting my boy right there. Never mind.
Damn, son. But in terms of any movement, I think that you have to take the good with the bad.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Black Lives Matter, feminism, gun control. Like, there are some like serious out there leftist individuals who are like, oh, damn.
That's the move.
That is the move.
The move.
That is the fucking move. Shit.
You have to pause. We have to pause for that one.
So this, I gotta take a shot though.
There you do. What were you saying with gun control?
Yeah, I just like everything is like, it's so hard to have a discussion about, because there's some people that are not for nothing, very stupid, and talk too goddamn much Tommy Lauren, and it's just like we put all our focus on them as if they're touting like a universal set of standards that represents the other side of the movement. In terms of like gun control, I think that there are some people that are genuinely afraid that we're going after their rights, because there's some people on the left that are really trying to take those rights away. And that's what they hear, and that's what they focus on, but it's really nuanced. I'm like, at the end of the day, do we really need bump stocks? Do we really need AR-15s? Like, what's your goal? What do you do?
But it goes back to the same conversation. So you have to understand it from like a realistic point of view. You can't just skew what you think to one direction. Yeah. It is so hard. The thing is this, and I said this earlier this morning when I was talking to someone, where it's like, this is why there will always be politics. Because it's always going to be multiple sides just arguing, like, what is the right move? Like, what should we do? Like, there's always going to be two sides of the coin, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good move. Because now you can get my queen if I will get your queen, so...
It's 2 shots apiece.
Yeah, no.
I'm getting fucking crawling out of here. Yeah, man. I would be proud to tell anybody that I'm a feminist, because I was raised by a single mother who raised me on the strength of her own abilities without any like help or assistance, and like she has been close to cracking every single time. You can't tell me that women are incapable of doing certain things when I know what they're capable of.
I think women are, in a lot of senses, are more capable than men, and I the big thing is I feel like you have to bring it up. I think we're in a state in society where it's like you have to constantly reinforce the positives. Where it's like you can't always have that, and you know, not everyone can keep doing that.
Yeah, I mean, especially because in the sense of.
But I'm really trying to think.
I was having this conversation. My friend, his motto is that bitches ain't shit. Like, he really thinks that bitches ain't shit.
What?
And that's what he says.
Really?
You know, and I talked to him like, I don't know what girls you talk to, bro. But I've been in several clubs, all led by females who are phenomenal at their job. Were always on point, always knew what people were doing, how to orchestrate a team. And I know too many girls going to medical school right now while also managing like a home, like with the fiancés and taking care of dogs and shit. Like dogs are a lot of work.
Dogs are.
It's like having a dog going to medical school ain't some bullshit. That's like you got to struggle for that one. But like
wait, I was here, right? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go here.
But yeah, man, it's just certain things that like you can't have an absolutist mentality, and I think feminism is anti-absolute. In my opinion, anti-absolutism. Yes, grammar.
In what sense?
Where it's just saying like you can't sit here and tell me all females are emotional. That's not true. You can't sit here and tell me all females are this. Don't sit here and degrade an entire group.
This is what? Did you see the interview with Peterson, Kathy Newman?
No.
First of all, watch that interview. But there's a point in that section where he says the reason why men are in. I made my move. So I went from here to here.
I'm like trying to decide.
The reason why
I still
male.
don't want to lose.
I know.
This.
I know. Watch out. Watch out. I got you.
Yeah, you got me. I mean, like.
I don't have you pinned, but I have you in a good position right now. The conversation he had with Kathy Newman, he goes, the reason why men are in such higher positions in general for like corporate structure is not because of the patriarchy. It's because males are more aggressive. They tend to gear towards competition, towards letting everything else go, sacrificing everything.
Besides the socialized factors.
Yeah, besides the socialized factors.
Like
in terms of personality and attitude, they are more prone to be willing to work towards those positions, right? And then he brings up the fact that Newman, she's a head anchor reporter at this news station, and he goes, you had to work to get here.
Bishops already? Damn.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I missed them already.
I'm
reminiscing. Oh, I feel like I didn't even get to know you.
He tells her, he's like, you got to this position, right? She's a lead reporter. She's at like a top tier position at this company at Channel 4 News in Britain or wherever the company was, UK. And she didn't just get there. The position wasn't handed to her. She had to work there. So the argument that the position shouldn't have any effort behind it, that's not true. No matter who you are, you're going to have to work towards it.
Yeah.
So yes, I think it's possible and probable that women have to work a little bit harder, but at the same time, everyone has to work. It's not like men are just given the position. It's not like a handout. And I think as men we can attest to that. It's like I'm not just getting jobs offered to me. I'm applying like thousands of different jobs, hundreds of different applications every day, and I still can't get a job.
One thing that I'm learning now, honestly, is that my body and my mind have this tendency ever since I was a youngin', little young Chris, is ready to quit, loves to quit, is infatuated with quitting. At any time that there's like a little bit of adversity, my mind is just like, guess this ain't for you, bro. And it's only within the last like 3 years that it's been like, nah, you gotta put yourself in situations where you just cannot quit. Because like it takes a whole lot of fucking losing
to win.
Yeah.
Check.
Why would you do that?
Why would I not do that?
Are you sure about this?
Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
I couldn't let you do it. I couldn't. It was there.
No, it was here. No, here.
No, it was there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you gotta lose a lot, and it's easy to take a loss and then you just give up.
Yeah.
Every loss is just another step towards winning.
Which is why I like hot yoga, because even if there's a pose where my lungs are like, I'm not sure you realize you're gonna pass out. Like today, my eyes were swimming, man. I was seeing Christmas lights. But
I was lightheaded so many times.
Yeah, but even if you lay down, if you're in the room, you're doing the work. Like you made it there, and now like you're not gonna leave the room, and just laying there is work. It's hot. Your body is stressed. It's doing all this heat shock protein stuff that people talk about.
You mean Rogan?
Yeah. But like I think it's important to put yourselves in a position where like I think it's a chess move where you have to put yourself in a position where quitting costs you more than continuing.
That's a good way to put it.
100%.
It's a really good way to put it. I mean, you have to, because it's always going to be a decision-making process. I don't know where the hell this hairs are coming from.
I think they were just on the chessboard.
Okay, so...
But yeah, it's like, oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, you sneaky fuck. Damn, bro. I was so sure I had a good thing going for myself too. Damn.
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Damn.
And fitness and yoga are. I always mention this. There are two things where you really learn that life lesson through a different facet of like, I just need to put in the work. It's just another day. I need to keep it going. It doesn't matter how yesterday went. The next day I'm gonna put in the work. And there's some days you go to the gym and you don't put in 100% because you can't, right?
Yeah.
Or you don't feel it.
But the thing that's important to me is like people. Honestly, I think 75% of the job is showing up. Because like even if I came to the gym and I pick up one fucking weight,
you did something.
I'm like, that's so much more than I would have.
Even if it wasn't one step forward, maybe it was a half, maybe it was a quarter step. It was something. You moved a little forward.
I think where I see it the most is in art, because
that's a good segue because I want to talk about art.
I really think where you see it the most is art, because if you remain out of practice, oh, that's a good move. Just gotta make sure I don't fuck myself. Name of the game in chess: don't fuck yourself.
That's the name of the game in life.
Don't fuck yourself. Life lessons. That's gonna be the name of my book.
Life
one
lessons.
day. I'm gonna write it when I'm 35. And I'm gonna be 35. And it's gonna be under a pen name. It's gonna be under Eli. I don't know. I gotta come up with a good last name. It's gotta be interesting. But yeah, so I think in art, you just gotta constantly do it, and you gotta be in practice, because even if it's not the fact that you're already skilled, and you're not really training your skill, you're training your ideas. You got to think, and you got to look at the blank page, and you got to think to yourself, what the fuck is worth spending an hour on? What the fuck is worth spending a day on? And you don't get to ask yourself those questions until you put yourself in the room, open the book, and just have a pencil in your hand and start putting some dumb shit down. Because even if you put something down that you don't like, you're like, okay, we're not going to do that anymore.
That's your rook.
Come on, are you serious? Damn. Why?
So this is an important question, because this goes into the section where I start talking about passion. Is when and how to take your half shot first. When and how you started getting into art.
I'm really mad about that.
You didn't leave that.
I really set myself up in such a bad. That was really terrible. Why didn't I even? I thought it was such a good move.
It was an okay move. I feel like you saw that my queen was aligned with your queen, but the rook was in the middle still.
Yeah.
So I didn't have like the segue to get there. Because I wouldn't have taken him, because then you could have just taken my queen.
I'm feeling a real deep and profound sense of loss.
Yo, you're one rook down. What do you have? You have a knight?
You got
a knight left. That's it.
No, I got a knight, a rook, and I got my queen.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like...
Somebody else is hiding in there somewhere.
No, that's it. That's all you got, boy.
Come on.
What do I have? I have my two rooks, a knight, and a queen. Okay, cool.
When the fuck did that happen?
Yo, I flipped it around. Yo, I pulled up.
I'm not digging this. Get the fuck out of here. Remember, guys, the name of the game in chess is don't fuck yourself.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. The thing is that the queen is still there every single step of the way, and you're just like, if I lose her, I will black out.
But yeah, so the question asked was when and how you got into art, because I mean, also, like the style of art is an important question, because your style is very interesting in my opinion. It has a very different perspective, and I think that stands for most artists. I think everyone has their own spin on everything that they do, so that's a dumb thing. But like when you got started with it, and kind of where you see yourself going with it.
I got into art because Mr. Arvello is a dickhead.
Mr. Arvello?
Yeah, he tried to play me, bro.
That's a check. Take a pawn. What you gonna do?
You dead eyes? Like for real? Damn. That's really bad.
It's not looking too.
That's really bad.
It's not looking too hot for you.
It's not. I got like one good move, and that's it. Damn. It's okay.
Alright.
Sucks.
Okay. So yeah, when did you get into art?
Yeah, so I got into it senior year of high school because they forced us to take this art class as like a requirement for that magnet that I was in. We had to take an art class. And I was like, you fucking kidding me? And I was doing the least possible. I was just like, just doing whatever I had to do. And then he was like, and don't worry, I don't know, randomly, he said, don't worry for you environmental or tech kids, you're not getting graded on skill, you're getting graded on improvement. I don't know why, I just got so mad. I got so heated. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Are you dead ass? Are you really trying to play me right now? And I just got really, really motivated to like learn how to fucking draw.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I can't believe, like, I don't like that someone can say that to me. I got really.
So what age was this?
This was senior year of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got really irritated. I couldn't believe that like he had the audacity to just like blanket statement say, and I know that you guys can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it seriously after that, and I started with portraits. I was doing a lot of portraits. I think I did a soccer player, John Legend. John Legend is the fucking man.
He is the man. He is the man.
So I started doing portraits, and then freshman year, I continued doing portraits, and I was doing like little tattoo designs for people whenever they asked. And then I took up the art minor sophomore year after everything happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to actually learn how to draw, and it was amazing. That's why I really think the professors here are amazing.
Right.
Because I saw like
you saw the progression.
This jump from like YouTube video tutorials to like
professional
fucking professor.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like amazing now, because like I don't practice enough, but I do think that my favorite class was this one called Ideas in Form, because everything was task based. It was concept based. The first one was line, and I just so happened to be reading this book on quantum physics and black holes and all that shit, and I was like blown away. I'm like, how the fuck did they figure this shit out with like counters and all that? And so I did.
That's a good point, because a lot of your art has and I see this all the time, because every once in a while we'll tune into your Instagram live. Is just the art that's just you making lines, like it's like constant circles or whatever it may be, but a pattern. And though it's not like extremely intricate, but it's so tedious. Like I see it and I'm like, oh my god, like the amount of time that had to have gone behind the layers that you keep going, and it's just like I don't know, it blows my mind.
Yeah. I mean, the way I started to understand those lines for myself is like everything about our world, and this might sound a little extra, but
it's your go.
Yeah, I know. I'm in a bad spot.
You're in a pickle.
I'm in a very serious fucking pickle.
You didn't see this coming, did you?
No, I did. You've been in check for a while.
Me? Oh.
Did you just move the night?
Yeah.
That puts you in check. You can't do that.
I can't do that. I'm right. You're right.
But yeah, so the way I understand is like everything that we understand about the world is from these like minute and tedious measurements. So each one of the lines represents like this fabric underlining like the explanation of our reality, and it's just like interesting to think about. It's also like soothing, because it's so complicated that no one could understand it all, that it's like cathartic in its own way.
That's a big takeaway. Is you'll never, no matter how smart you are, you will never know everything about everything. You'll know something about some things at the very most.
Yeah.
God damn it! I don't know why I didn't even see that. It's a good thing you noticed it though.
Your boy is in the line of sight.
He is in the line of sight.
The thing is, like, I got these two pawns over here lined up, so close to the king.
They're not gonna do anything.
No, they're in a bad spot. I gotta be a little bold. I gotta get these guys moving, getting some fucking shots in.
So your art was inspired by quantum physics.
Quantum physics.
So what's the defining kind of fulcrum of why that inspired your form?
Because it was just so fucking out there. Because I just kept thinking to myself, like, who takes the fucking time to do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go here then. Okay, now you can go. I really want to read Neil deGrasse Tyson's book, Quantum Physics for People in a Hurry. I don't know how great the book is, but from what I've heard, like, it's great. It's very informative for what it is, and you'll get a great takeaway from it.
Kip Thorne's book on Einstein's legacy is amazing. It was really well written. It goes through like how Einstein was just looking up at like the sky one day and was like, oh, light has to move at a speed, and that speed must be constant. And you're just like something is emitted, and then eventually it gets to me. And it's like yeah.
I think it's funny that you're mentioning this, is because I recently, like this year, what I figured out is that I'm too dumb to contribute anything to society in terms of Wait,
That's what we're for.
It's like I'm not smart enough or capable enough to contribute on a scientific or mathematical level, but I can contribute on a different way. And the way the U.S. economy works is it doesn't matter what you're contributing. It's as long as you're contributing, you'll be successful. As long as you have some value that you can give, it doesn't matter what it is. Wait, what did you just do? You moved your rook? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, that's a pretty good move.
But yeah, so I mean, there's different kinds of smart, but
There are.
But yeah, man, I was just so fascinated by the fact that somebody's so fucking fascinated by this idea that they sat down and did the math. Because that's who the fuck's wrong with these people? And honestly,
that's exactly how I feel about Pravin. And no offense to Pravin if you're watching this, is that like when he does math, when he does programming, I'm like, why are you doing this? And I call him a nerd. He gets offended. I know he gets offended. But like, it's not a bad thing. It's just that he's so smart.
Fucking sadist.
Yeah, like he's so smart.
Or masochist. I'm using the wrong word.
What's the difference between sadist and masochist?
The masochists like pain inflicted on them.
Sadists like
sadists
on
are
others.
like, oh, I'm gonna hurt you.
Okay, yeah.
It's like
so masochist.
weirdos.
But to him, it's not. Like, he enjoys learning. The other day, he was trying to like teach one of our other schoolmates like what machine learning is and like how the algorithms work.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it and I was like, I would love to learn it. And I would love to be able to know, but I'm too dumb and I don't want to. So I'm okay with not knowing.
Yeah, which brings me to my next point. It's like, alright, so you took the time to do the math. I'm going to take the time because I'm fascinated by this. I can't figure that out, but it does inspire me. And I do want to make things based on that. And then eventually, I think the proudest thing that I've ever done was the last thing that I did for this class was a sculpture, and it was a wire sculpture, and it was spheres, 3 concentric steel spheres that were connected by thread, and it was all just based on scale, so it was just upscaled. And then I was supposed to present one day, and they were like, we ran out of time, so I was like, alright, so I'm gonna just take this home so I can keep working on it. And I was walking, and it was like late, so the way it basically was is like one sphere, and then another sphere, and another sphere, and they were wires. So it was, imagine like a diagram of a sphere, the way the lines go through. So it was that, and then...
What do you mean? You mean like...
Yeah,
like
so it was just like
axes?
one line, yeah, so the axes.
Okay.
I'm bad with terms. So, me and terms don't do it. So, I was walking and there was like a street lamp that was shining through it, and it projected it in like all these different directions. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't fucking present today. And that was my first artistic accident. And it happened based on physics, which was just that same original.
That's so interesting. Because you never realize how big a factor random coincidences play into whatever you're gonna end up doing.
Oh, it's insane. I'm like, wow. I think
everything's a coincidence
by just like the accident, because like, imagine this light is just like shining down on this cup, right? And you see how these like lines come across here.
Mm-hmm.
So the sphere just got projected in like 4 different directions.
Okay.
So it just got projected in different sizes. I was like, this just looks like a galaxy or a solar system or something like that.
Okay.
I was like, I just accidentally
that's cool.
took this shit to the next level. Shout out this.
Damn, I don't know.
It's a predicament.
Yeah, it is a predicament.
It's a predicament. I like these like little turnarounds.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
they're like these momentary boosts in self-esteem. But yeah, man, I don't know. Art is weird too, because like fucking weirdos do art.
Yeah.
100%.
I think you need to be not a weirdo, but you need to be different.
I think everybody's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, and a lot of people disagree with me when I say that. I think everyone is weird in their own way, and what we define as normal is just the sum average of everyone.
We are fucking fooling ourselves. Normal is a piece of shit term. Ain't no fucking normal. They might even be normal on the streets, but guarantee they go home and watch like weird porn and shit like that.
But the thing is, it's like there are certain things that society has understood to be way out of the norm, and we can chastise for those. Whereas like murder, rape, things like that, it's like we'll always like understand like there's such a weight to it, like we feel it, we're like you can't do that. You know what I mean? Dude, I don't know what to do. God damn it.
There's a lot to not do.
I know. I can't move this.
Which could be the focus.
All right, whatever. I might have to move a pawn right now. Do you ever understand that rule with pawns where you can eat them, but like you're not eating them diagonally? Like,
wow, I don't remember it, but I don't
know how to use it.
I really don't know why you're remembering it right now. It was it's like en passant or something like that. In passing.
No clue.
It's a French term.
But I know like that's a thing that you can do.
Yeah, you can move diagonally and take a pawn, but I don't know under what circumstances it's valid. And I don't want to lose a pawn, so I'm not going to encourage it.
Just going to still case.
Yeah, man, I don't know, because like I think it's all like what's the term for it? Like coincidental, where like all because some dude decided to look at the sky and get this random idea. Like what, 70, 80 years later, I'm sitting in my fucking college room smoking weed and drinking books on physics.
Drinking books on physics. I think I'm gonna do this.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. It took me a long time to make that move, but I think
that is a good one. That's solid.
I'm not horrible at chess, but I'm not great at it.
I don't like that. I don't like that you did that.
It's getting intense. The conversation started to slow down, so we really started to pay attention to what we're doing.
I don't like that you did that at all. It's okay. Oh. No, it's not that bad.
So when did you really start progressing and like how much time you put into your art? Because I know now you put in a lot of time.
I actually put less now. I put a lot of time probably during that junior year and my senior year. And actually, I was losing sleep my last year when I was doing these. I was taking this last printmaking class. I miss printmaking. Printmaking was the fucking bomb. So basically, what you do is you get a copper plate, right? And you like polish the surface of the plate, and then you cover it with. It's like a block, essentially. Yeah, I had to take a quick second. Huh.
You take a block and...
Yeah, so you get this copper plate. And
wait. Yeah.
It's too late. I'm not letting
Damn, you can't get that. You can't get that.
I let it slide before. But yeah, so you get this... that's half shot.
Half, yeah.
So you get a copper plate, you cover it with this thing called asphaltum, or like any kind of carbon-based block, and then... you transfer an image onto the surface of the plate using a graphite and a press. So you get like, it looks like some weird kind of tracing paper. You draw the image, and then you trace it out, and you do all the line work, and then you run the plate through acid. And you run it for however long the longer you run it through the acid, the deeper the etch is, which is like the darker or the thicker the line.
Mm-hmm.
So once you do that, you cover the plate in ink, you put the wet paper on top, and then you run it through a press, and you get the image. And you look at it and you're like, this is good, and I'm glad I have this, but I know exactly what I'm going to do next. So then you can cover the plate again, you add whatever you want to the image, and you get the next stage. And you say, this is amazing. Still not quite there yet. But this is going to be...
Okay, but what if you mess up layering like this? Do you lose the original? Or what do you have to do? Do you have to restart the original...
No, that's the thing. Once you get that in, so what most people do is like the way I did it was you put the line work down, you make sure all the line work is good, and you say, okay, boom, now I have a state proof is what they call it, and you get this. The state proof is just it's just that version of the plate as is projected onto onto paper.
Mm-hmm.
So you take that, save it. So I keep all the line work. But then let's say I do it and I'm like, there needs to be something there, and it's covered in black. You can erase, and you can erase.
How do you erase
the plate.
it?
There's these what you do is you have to essentially flatten out the plate again, and then re-etch it, which is a long process. But
it's doable.
What's really cool about it is you get all these different versions of an original idea, and then once you get to that final one, you can just fucking pump it out and get 40 and 50 if you got the fucking forearm shit, because that shit is tiring. But yeah, it's awesome. If people have a press. Such a cool technique. Oh.
Yeah, move the knife from here to there. No, you gonna check me, boy?
I'm trying to think if it's worth it.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it? It's not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know.
This is rough. This is so rough.
Dude, it's coming down to like the last.
This is the wire, man.
This is the wire,
look at these queens. These broads are right next to each other.
This is an hour and a half. This is the longest episode I've had.
Wow, dude, chess is the way to go. You want to be fucking...
I don't think I can sustain this game and drinking for every podcast. But that'd be a great premise for a podcast.
I might just go balls to the walls on you, man.
Alright, let's see it. Let's do it.
I might just go balls to the walls and risk it to get the fucking biscuit. So if I do that.
Okay.
Wait. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. Damn. Fuck, that night is a piece of shit.
My night?
Yeah. Why is it there?
I don't know, man. He ended up there. You know what? He wasn't sure what life decisions he was going to make. He just ended up there.
Where was I here?
Yeah, you were there.
What a bitch. God damn it, bro. Get that shit out of my face.
So you said your junior year is when you put in the most time, right?
Is when I put in the most.
So
time.
when do you
think
think
that series of like these like hand images?
I remember those.
Yeah.
I remember those. So when did you make the transition from doing line art to more? Because I know now you do more like body art oriented. Like, at least like the last couple pieces that I saw on Instagram, they were kind of more geared towards that, like the kind of like human physique, in a sense, I guess. So like when do you think you started doing more of those on top of the lines? So
I was always interested in anatomy just because I was always moving in a healthcare direction.
Damn, that's a good move. I'm sick of this. God damn it.
No,
flips.
man,
That's a check. That's a check too.
Yeah, it is check. So my heart is fucking racing because I don't want to take these 2 shots. But yeah, no, I'm always interested in anatomy because like
homeboy over.
Like I was taking orgo.
No. He lost his.
Shout out. Damn, R.I.P. Take a shot.
No, I can't. No, that's just how it works. Oh, I take his hat off. All right.
But yeah, man, no, it was because I was taking orgo, anatomy. That was the worst thing you could have done. Because that's mate.
That's not checkmate. Oh no.
It is.
No.
It is.
Oh.
Yeah, that's check.
Yeah.
Boom.
I can't move it there. Can't move there. Damn.
Bang. That's a bang. I knew you would pull through, bitch.
This I didn't.
I knew he would pull through. Shout out my boy.
There's nothing I can do, really? Wait. No, there has to be something I can do.
Think about it.
There has to be something I can do. No, I don't think there's anything I can do. This is a pawn. I can't do anything with that.
Solid.
I wanted to move this one.
Solid. I'll take one of those shots with you.
There's nothing I can do. I lost.
Good game, though.
I lost, yeah.
I mean, like, professionals watching this will think that we both...
Oh, no, that was horrible. I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, no, you can see it pretty well, like what we did.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Somebody's going to go through and be like, oh,
where's the... Let me see the
25.
So he put his rook right here. My king is right there. He has a pawn here, so I can't go there. I can't go here because he has his queen up here, and I can't go anywhere here because he has his rook right there. So that's checkmate. I lost that one. I'm gonna pour 2 shots.
We got a few lessons learned here today, though.
That was a great conversation. Yeah. So I want to end it off with talking about one, like how you switched over to your different art form, and then and I think we covered everything. Is what you plan on doing. For the next couple of years, because you graduated last year from the undergraduate.
I graduated in August. I guess I'll start with that, just because I'm the most fucking excited, man. I can't wait. I actually have, because I was thinking about PA school. I'm like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna take 1 shot.
Damn, that's a solid.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Good shot.
Yeah. But so what ended up happening? I was really stressed. I'm like, I'm not gonna get into any fucking PA school. I got a DUI. I don't have any clinical hours. My grades are okay.
Yeah.
But I know people with much better grades who have been denied multiple times to like the bottom of the barrel schools. Mm-hmm. Not that like at the bottom of the barrel schools were even like all that fucked up. And then I thought I was just talking to someone. I was like, I'm really stressed. She's like, oh, you know what? I'm just applying to nursing school. Cheers.
Cheers. Never goes down that well.
Oh.
So you're applying to nursing school.
I applied.
Okay.
So she was like, I'm going to apply to the accelerated program at Stony Brook. I was like, I want to make money fast.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a dope nurse, and I will. Don't have to do the clinical hours. My GPA was already set. I was only missing 1 prerequisite, and I was like, there's something about this that's meant to be. Went, looked over everything that I would have needed to do, applied to the accelerated program, and just that one, which like, I can say with full finesse and all the gusto, that was the only place I applied, and I feel fucking phenomenal about it because I got in.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, bro, that was really stupid, but dope. So now I get it. I got in. I'm going in June. It's a 1-year program, and then after that, I'm going to stay in New York for the longest possible is 1 year, and then I'm getting the fuck out of here because the cold sucks.
Yep. I feel the same way, man. I hate the cold. I hate the cold. I hate it. I don't like it at all. Just nope. I don't want to have it.
There's a few things I got to talk about with God when I meet him. Or her. I'm a feminist.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta make sure.
So one of them is like, why can't I sing? That's torture. You don't have to send me to hell. You just make me go through life not being able to sing.
I wish I could sing.
2, let's go with the cold.
What is good with the cold?
What is really good all the time? Like, why'd you put wolves and fucking panda bears through that shit? Dude, yeah, 3 snakes.
I'm glad you made that. That's the entire point. Why'd you put snakes on this? Why you gotta put snakes up in this?
Everything in the Amazon. Australia.
All of Australia. Just all of it. Like, why is it?
I could forgive all of that shit because he gave us penguins. I honestly.
Penguins are dope.
Penguins are tight. Penguins are real tight. And then what was the other question? How I got to my current art form? What, like the titties?
No, what? Why you gotta phrase it like that? But I mean, I was gonna make it more professional, but yeah, the way you got into more of like a sexual art form and what it is. And then, like, do you plan on pursuing that more as like a career or
I really want to come up with like a sophisticated answer to this, but I really think I might just be a pervert.
I mean, you said it yourself. Artists are usually weirdos.
Yeah, I've really tried to rack my brain. It's like, why do you draw so many titties? Like titties, and that's it. It does not get more complicated than that. It's like, I like how they look in front of me. I like how they look on a page.
I mean, they're great. They're great.
I think there's like that sensual aspect where like I used to draw my ex a lot, and it was like, it's such a sensual experience when you do draw someone, and it's like in an intimate setting, and a lot of it does come from that, and maybe like I guess a sense of longing, but really I'm making shit up at that point, and at the bottom line is because I'm probably a pervert. Yeah.
I think that
I should see a therapist.
Maybe that's your next move.
You should do like follow-up podcasts. Like,
no, I'm actually thinking
15-minute. How's everything going now?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of making that kind of, as I keep going, a section where I'll follow up with all the people that I have and see like how they're going with the goals that they set on the last time they were on the show. So we'll see if you got a therapist.
I'm starting to draw like kittens.
I'm a changed man. I stopped drawing titties. I know I had a problem, but I stopped with the titties.
Yeah, but, man. I mean, I might just relapse as soon as you ask me the question.
Please.
Wow, I remember drawing titties.
But I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
You won. I'm kind of tight that you won. I took a lot of shots.
You had me there for a while.
Took a lot of shots. I was in it for a little bit, but I fell out. But thank you for being here. The last thing I like having my guests do is the last thing I like having my guests do is say like one kind of sentence or statement or like word of advice to the guests that I have who actually listen. So just go for that. This is your moment. This is your moment.
Don't drink and drive. Please.
Or you end up in a bush and you say oink 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 to the police.
Yeah, you do some fuck shit on alcohol. Alcohol is dangerous.
It is dangerous.
I don't know why weed is illegal and y'all let people do that shit.
Makes no sense. But yeah. So thank you for being on, man. I appreciate it. It was a good podcast. Great recording. This is the longest one, hour and 40 minutes.
Shout out to whoever makes it through to the end because there's some gems there.
There are some gems here. Yo, tune in, share it, like it, send it to your friends. You know what it is. Peace out, people. Thanks for listening.
My Instagram, tits and lines, TITS.
It is tits. Actually, I just realized Instagram's tits and lines.
LINES.
There's an underscore somewhere. Don't worry. I'll link it in the description. Don't worry.
There is an underscore. I think it's at the end.
I think it's at the end. But anyways, I'll link it in the description. It's at the end. Tits and lines. Chris, artist. Kind of
philanthropist. Feminist.
Just everything. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace out. Yeah, take it easy.